Hi, today is April 8th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 542 for the year, Specificity. I was initially taken aback by the receptacle in Father Demo, or Demo Square, that is designated empty pizza boxes only. In this day and age, when so many people work multiple jobs, where so many of us have to be Jacks or Janes of all trades, it is almost refreshing to see such specificity, such steadfastness and dedication, such singleness of purpose. And I was surprised and I was impressed that the only thing in the empty pizza boxes only receptacle were two empty pizza boxes. Sometimes when you draw the line, people don't cross it. Sometimes people respect specificity. Poem number 543, Up, Up, and Away. She pressed her mouth to his and blew into him until he began to swell up like a balloon. He got bigger and bigger until he looked like he was just about to pop. Then she tied his lips into a knot and let him go and watched him float up, up and away. And she decided that the next time she kissed someone, she wouldn't inhale so much helium beforehand. Poem number 544, The Self-Sufficient Sandwich. The sandwich didn't need anyone else. Its two slices of bread jumped right out of the loaf and onto the plate. The mustard squirted itself and spread itself liberally onto the bread. The vegan ham and vegan cheese laid themselves flat onto the mustard-laden bread. The tomatoes and lettuce and pickles arranged themselves exactly as you might imagine they would. And then, once assembled, the sandwich hopped from the cutting board to the plate. It was a completely self-sufficient and self-made sandwich, and you could really taste the difference. Poem number 545, Personification of a Celebration. Everyone at the celebration had a truly excellent time, but the celebration itself was down in the dumps and a little angry and also rather jealous of all the people who were having such fun at its expense. Were it not for me, the celebration said to the uncaring walls and the ceiling and floor, these people wouldn't even be gathered together, and there would be no music or dancing, and no food or wine or marijuana or cocaine or heroin or anything. All there would be that enormous TV and that pathetic coffee table and those three old chairs and that couch that smells like, well, I don't even want to say what that couch smells like. Let's just say that all of these people, the happy ones and the ones pretending to be happy, would probably all be alone and on the brink of despair if it weren't for me and my existence as a celebration. All of this was true. Saying so out loud didn't Although all of this was true, saying so out loud didn't make the celebration feel any better. Perhaps the celebration just needed to get laid or something. But nobody at the celebration was in the mood to spend time talking to the celebration and getting to know it for its sake. All anyone wanted from the celebration was to have a good time and then just leave. The celebration felt used and cheap and dirty the entire night, and not in a good way. The celebration felt so bad that I felt bad for having personified it. But that's what I do. I personify inanimate things like celebrations. Sometimes things go well for the personified things, but not this time. Not for the celebration. And the last poem of the day, poem number 546, Different Game of Hopscotch. It was a different game of hopscotch. The rules were you hopped on one foot, and on the 10th hop, you took a swig of scotch, and then hopped another 10 hops, and then another swig, and you kept doing that until you vomit or until you're the last person still hopping who hasn't yet vomited, and then you're the winner. The winner gets to keep hopping and drinking scotch if they want to, or they can sit down. That's the game. That's the whole ball of wax. It's a different game of hopscotch, but just because it's different doesn't make it wrong. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.